Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SELENIUM Tech Automation. In this today tutorial, I am going to discuss about how to send extent reports to your client along with the screenshots. Okay, how to send your extent report along with the screenshot. Okay, for example, if you take some scenarios like where I executed all my test cases. So in that test cases, I have few failures. Okay, so for that I have already generated some screenshots, right? So after completion of the execution, I want to send these reports to my manager as well as to my client. Okay, so after sending this report along with the screenshots, so once the manager or client got received my extent report, so they are trying to open our failed screenshots, right? So they are trying to open our failed screenshots. So but during this time on their machines, that screenshot is not showing, like it is showing some broken image saying that that file got deleted or file got removed. Okay, so they are getting this kind of exceptions. So for that I came here to show you with a complete solution. Okay, so if I am sending my extent report along with the screenshots, the failed screenshots means, so the other people also have to access the screenshots on their machines. Okay, but many of the people are getting the same issue when they are sending the reports along with the screenshots to their manager or clients. So they are not able to see the failed screenshots on their machine, which means if we are sending extent report along with the failed screenshots means, so that failed screenshots will open everywhere. Okay, so they have to open it everywhere. Okay, so I came up with some solution. So first let me show you how, if I captured a screenshot, I am sending a report along with the screenshots to my manager or any one of my team member, how they are trying to open the screenshot. So during that time, so they are getting some exception. Okay, first I will show you that example, so later I will discuss about the solution for that one to resolve. Okay, so first let me open my Eclipse. Okay, here I have already created a class for generating the extent reports. Okay, I have already covered this topic in my earlier video, so saying that not able to access screenshots from the extent report. Okay, I will provide you that description in this video tutorial description part. Okay, if you want you can check for that video as well, because when I posted that video I got very few subscribers in our channel, so that's why again I am uploading the same video here as well. Okay, so please check out that video if you want. I will provide that video inside our description part for this video. Okay, so first let me show you how our extent reports class will looks like. Okay, so here, as we know already, the latest version of extent report is 5.8.8. so during that time, so they deleted one class called extent html reporter. Okay, so for that they added one new report called as extent spark reporter. Along with this spark reporter, they added KLOV reporter also. So that is completely which is an integration of database, that is MongoDB. Okay, we have to configure that MongoDB if you want to work with KLOV reporter along with some local host, that is 8080, or we can use our own host numbers as well. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the extent reports only. I'm not taking that KLO reporter here. So first I created all these global variables declaration here. I declared all these classes set globally. The first one here is extent reports. The object reference is extent. Likewise, extent spark reporter. For assertions I'm using here soft assert, as well as for extent test I'm using here test object and WebDriver. So I will just explain you I'm not going to explain in a brief way, because I have already covered this video in our earlier video. Okay, so here this is the method where I'm going to capture my failed screenshot. Okay, for example, if there is any web element is not visible, so during that time web element is not present, like no such element exception, element is not visible, element is not displayed. So during the time, so I'm going to capture one screenshot, right? So for that, this is the method. You can see here capture full page, and I am taking the screenshot full page. Okay, that is the screenshot full page. So next I'm going to create a class a screenshot here. Okay, so after that I'm using here ashort. Okay, ashort also we have to add a dependency file inside our pom.xml file. Okay, ashort is a dependency tag, so where it will capture the whole page of our screenshot. Okay, it will capture the screenshot for the whole page. Okay, so that's why I'm using here ashort it is a class. So for this we need to add some dependency jar file. I will show you that one as well. So after that I am using one shooting strategy. So here we are going to mention the pixels, right? The pixels and dimensions we are going to mention inside this shooting strategy. So after that we are using take screenshot. Okay, so after that we are referring the driver reference. Okay, so once that is done, so here I am going to mention my project path, that is our user.dir. so inside that I mentioned screenshots folder. Okay, inside that I mentioned screenshots folder. You can see here, this is my screenshots folder. The same I have mentioned here as well. Okay, so let me close this console part. Okay, I will just show you how we can overcome this problem. Okay, so let me close all these things. Okay, let me zoom a little. Okay, let me drag this to this side. Okay, so now you can see I created a method for capturing the full page. Okay, so for that I used a short dependency inside my pom.xml file so that we can capture the whole page of that screenshot. Okay, the failed screenshot. So after that I'm mentioning the path where I'm going to store. So I'm going to store inside my local directory with the folder name called screenshots. After that I'm going to mention the screenshot name. Okay, so after that I'm going to concatenate the current time. Okay, what is the current time during that capturing the screenshot with an extension of .png. Okay, so this is a line for to store our captured screenshot. Okay, once that is done I'm going to use to write, okay, to write my image and to this folder. Okay, I'm going to upload my image to this particular folder. So where is that folder? That is screenshots folder. It is present inside my local directory, that is user directory. So once this is done, if that is not capturing, means I'm going to use catch block here. Okay, if that screenshot is not captured, you will get some exception saying that screenshot is not captured along with the exception here. So then we are going to return the image path. Okay, we have to return that image path where it is going to store. Okay, this is for capturing the full page of screenshot. Okay, so after that I'm going to write some piece of code for extend reports generation. Okay, so here you can see I'm using extend Spark reporter here. Okay, I'm going to use Spark reporter here. So where I'm going to store, I'm going to store inside my test output folder. You can see on the same local directory I'm going to store inside this folder name called as test output. The extend report name is extend report.html file. Okay, my file name called extend report. So once it is done, I'm going to add some information about our environment, that is what is my current operating system name and also what is my operating system architecture, whether it is 32-bit or 64-bit. So after that I am going to get the version of our Java. So once that is done, I am going to set the document title as well. Okay, here I am using test report. Okay, this is my test report of the document title. Okay, once that is done, what is our report name? With the help of set report name, I am going to mention the capturing screenshot report. Okay, capturing screenshot report. So once that is done, I want to set some theme for that generated report. Okay, here I am using dark. Okay, dark or light you can use. Okay, once that is done, so when it is going to be execute, before our test is going to execute, so that's why I am using here the annotation called @before test. Okay, so now after each and every method, if there are any failures or if there are any past methods, so I am going to generate some reports, right? So for that we are using this method. Based upon the result, I am going to generate the report. Okay, if my test case got failed, if my method got failed, so then coming to here it will execute this line of code. Okay, if my test case passed, so it will come here, it will tell you passed only, but here I am generating the report only for failed scenarios. If you want to generate for passed scenarios also, we can write the same lines here as well with some different color, that is called as green. Okay, if my test method got skipped, so I am going to generate my report with the color of yellow for that particular skipped method. Okay, once that is done, we have to use flush. Okay, once all these actions were completed, we are using flush here. Okay, what is this flush will do? See, it will writes all the information. for that particular extent report. Flush will write the information to that particular report. Okay, so this is the method. Here you can see for failed I am using here, okay, I am using here capture full page method. Okay, if my test method got failed after the execution, so I'm going to capture the full page, right? So this is our method we already created, capture full page here. So where we are going to store all our failed screenshots. Okay, this is the method. So after that, okay, after capturing, so I am going to mention some logs, okay, with the help of red color, and the status will tell you fail. Okay, so here it will tell you on the same extent report screenshot below. Okay, once that that method got failed, you will get all these details inside your report. Okay, if my test case got passed, so I will get the result as passed and it will show you the status as pass, right? So once it is done, so I'm going to logging the result. You can see this is the method to log the result, right? So here we are getting the method, and also we are getting the method name, and we are writing that method name to uppercase. Okay, it is for logging the result. So once if you log the result, we are going to add this method here. You can see with the help of this log result method, we are going to generate all this kind of stuff. Okay, this is about our actual extent reports class. So where it will generate to the extent report before going to start your execution. Once execution got completed, if there are any failures, we are going to generate the screenshot for failed method. If there are no failures, I am going to generate some log result like passed along with the status as green and pass. Okay, so if there is any test method got skipping, means I am going to tell the skipped, that method got skipped, and with the help of yellow color and with the help of skip status. Okay, so this is how we can create our extent report class. So now I am going to use all this kind of stuff inside our actual test case. We'll see how we can use that one. Okay, for example, you can see here with the help of test reference, okay, where it is present inside our extent report class. If you go to extent report class, so we already declared globally those are extent reports class, that object is extent. So likewise we can have extent test. Okay, extent test is here. Okay, we can add logs, snapshots, assign author and categories, everything with the help of this extent test. Okay, what does this extent reports will do? It will generate the report for extent reports, and spark reporter is also a class, so where it is the updated version of extent report. Okay, so with the help of test we can define logs, author names, and also we can assign some categories also. I will show you how those will looks like. So here with the help of reference object reference of extent test class, I am going to use this test object reference here. With the help of extent, we are going to create a test. What is our test method name? Here capturing screenshot, right? So once it is done, I am going to assign category. Okay, if we are using assign category, means all our methods will show in a sequential manner. Okay, that is screenshot. You can see here assign say category or group. Okay, category name. Okay, category name. So likewise we can have different methods inside our extend spark reporter class. Okay, so with the help of all those I am going to logging, okay, all this information. So once it is done, so I am going to set the system property. So where is my driver got located? Once it is done, it is my Chrome driver. I am creating an object here. So once that is done, with the help of driver.get method, I am going to launch my orange HRM URL. Okay, once it is done, it got launched, I am going to enter my username and password. Okay, once it is done, here we are using soft asset, right? If any if any step got failed, so it is not allowing me to go furtherly. Okay, so that's why we are using here soft asset. Okay, as you can see here, soft assets we are using. Okay, so after this we are going to verifying the password. Okay, forgot password verified. Okay, here I am going to validate for this particular method. With the help of this method, I am going to validate some text on that particular UI. For that I created this method called as verify text element. What is my expected test, and what is my web element, and also what is the description. Okay, so once that is done, here I am using if element text. Okay, after getting the text, I am going to store into some string. So if this captured string text is equals of comparing text. This is my expected result. Okay, so then you can generate inside my report with the help of reporting.pass. Here reporting is also a separate class, so which is also having different kinds of methods here. That is, if that is passed, so I will use this pass method inside my extend report. If that method is fail, I will use this fail method inside my extend report class. So in the same way I am using here. Okay, so I don't want to continue my execution if there are any failures, so that's why I'm using here soft asset. Okay, so this is how we can write a method for reusable method for verifying the text element. Okay, so likewise I am doing some validation here, that is verify text element. So once that is done, login dot click. Okay, for now I'm going to fail my test case by passing some wrong XPath for this password field. Okay, so let me execute this screenshot, I will show you. Okay, let me remove all these unused import statements so that it will be easy for us. Okay, so now let me execute this one. Now I am going to show you, once the test case got completed, if there are any failures, I am going to send these execution reports to one of my colleagues or manager or client. Okay, during that time they are trying to access our screenshot, they are trying to open our failed screenshots, but on their machines that is not showing. It is showing like file got deleted or file not present or file got removed. Okay, so now I am going to show you that scenario. Okay, so now it got executed. Okay, there are some failures saying that, you can see here no such element exception, because we passed some wrong password. Wantedly we failed this test case by passing some wrong XPath for password field. Okay, here it is not entering the password here because of the XPath is wrong XPath. Okay, so now we can go to our test output folder where we are going to generate our report. Okay, so now this is our report. Let me open this report. You can see here this is our test report. Okay, with the help of create test method, okay, with the help of set document title, we already mentioned that name as test report. You can see the help of where is our action report information. Yeah, with the help of set document title, we mentioned that title as test report. Inside that document title, we are mentioning that report name as capturing screenshot report. You can see here capturing screenshot report. Okay, this is our report name, capturing screenshot. Okay, so inside that if you go to here, okay, here you can see screenshots. Okay, that is our category here, assign category we written, right? That is our screenshots here. Okay, let me go back to our actual class. You can see if you have multiple methods, okay, for example if you have multiple methods here, so those will comes under this category only. Okay, likewise you will get multiple here. So inside that capturing screenshot, what is my test name here we provided? With the help of create test we provided capturing screenshot, right? So in the same way you are getting here. Okay, what it is telling, no such element. Okay, so now open this image. Okay, you can see we captured the screenshot and attached it inside our extend report. So now I want to send this report to my colleagues, right? So for that, how we can send, let me refresh. And also if you go to our screenshots folder, you can see here the screenshots. Okay, you can able to see the screenshots here as well. Okay, you can see this is our screenshots. Okay, this is our captured screenshot where the XPath is not correct. Okay, this is how we can configure our failed screenshots inside our extend report. Okay, now I want to send this report to my colleagues. Okay, how we can send, and if they are trying to open, they are not able to open that report. Okay, so for that let me open my Gmail. Okay, now I am sending, okay, now I am sending report to one of my team member. Okay, so we will see Gmail. Okay, so now I'm going to switch my account, that is Selenium Tech Automation. Okay, Selenium Tech Automation. Here password is okay. What are all these things? Okay, let me log in to my Gmail account. Okay, so now I am going to compose here Selenium Tech Automation. Okay, so here what is the subject? Captured screenshot. Okay, captured screenshot, sorry, execution report. Okay, so this is our execution report, right? Okay, this is our execution report. So now I am going to see, now I am attaching this file. So now I am going to send this file to one of our team member. Okay, now he is trying to, I mean, once he downloaded that report. Okay, so show in folder. So now he is going to open. Once if you send, he got received that extent report. So later he is trying to open. You can see here he is getting some broken image. Okay, he is getting the broken image. He is not able to see the screenshot. Even if he wants to open in a new tab, means Firefox does not know to open this address because one of the following protocols is not associated with program or is not allowed in this context. Okay, sometimes you will get that file got removed or file got deleted or file got corrupted. Okay, so during this time, so how we can overcome this problem? Okay, so for now we are not able to see the screenshot. Okay, the other people is not able to see your screenshot. For this, how we can overcome? Okay, for this, how we can overcome a solution called, so now, so let me open our text file here. Okay, here we have to follow some architecture. Okay, here we have to follow some hierarchy, that is with the help of absolute path. Okay, with the help of absolute path, so they will get some file not found exception or file not found or file removed or file editor or file deleted if you are sending your extent report to other people. Okay, with the help of absolute path, so they will get some these kind of errors. Okay, to overcome this problem, so we have to follow this relative path concept here. Okay, we have to follow some relative path concept here. For that, first we need to generate the extent report. Okay, this extent report we are going to store inside some reports folder. You can observe here, till now we used, you can go to your extent report class. Till now we used our absolute path. Here you can see this is our absolute path. Okay, so to overcome this problem, we have to follow the relative XPath concept here. Okay, first we need to define the HTML report. So we already defined in the form of this one, test output extent.html file. So after that, we need to save this extent report inside some folder. Okay, not inside this test output folder. We have to store that generated report in the form of a new folder called as reports folder. Okay, so now here I am going to store inside our reports folder. So for this generated extent report, we are going to attaching our screenshots, right? For this generated attached report, we are going to attaching our screenshots. Okay, for example, how this will looks like. So here I will use dot operator. With the help of dot operator, it will tell you the current project. So inside that I have reports folder. So inside that reports folder, I am going to store my extent report. Okay, so in the same reports folder, I am going to create one more new folder called as screenshots. Okay, so inside that screenshots, we are going to capture our screenshot, right, for the failed test cases. Okay, to overcome these errors saying file not found exception or file not found or file removed or file edited or file deleted. Okay, we have to follow some relative path concept here. So for this, first we need to generate some extent report inside our reports folder. Okay, once you generated that extent report inside our reports folder, so we are going to store our extent report, right? So after storing the report, we are going to capture all our failed test cases screenshots. Okay, these screenshots also we are going to store inside our reports folder only. Okay, we are going to store inside our reports folder only. We are not going to store all these screenshots externally. Okay, we are not going to store all these screenshot externally. Okay, because sometimes what will happen, you may have this path because this location got located inside your machine, but the same path is not located on the other machines. Okay, that's the reason why we have to use the relative path concept here. Okay, if you use this relative path concept here, so then the other people will be also able to access your all the failed screenshots. Okay, so now we will see how we can make that possible. Okay, now we will see how we can make that possible. Okay, so for this, what we are going to do, okay, we already mentioned, right? One second. Okay, so for this what we discussed, so first we need to store this extent report inside some dot reports folder. Okay, first we need to store this generated extent report inside our reports folder. For that, what we need to do, I am going to create one new folder called as reports. Okay, I am going to create a new folder called as reports. Okay, inside this reports I am going to store my extent report, right? Inside this report I am going to store my extent report. So how we can mention this line here? Okay, after this local user dot directory, so I am going to take the new folder called as dot. Okay, dot. Okay, dot will represent your current project folder only. Dot reports. Okay, so once this is done, dot reports. Okay, dot reports. Here I am going to generate. Okay, here I am going to generate our file name called as extent report, right? Extent report. So now let me delete everything. Extent report dot html. Okay, extent report dot html. So it is going to store inside this folder called as reports folder. So once it is done, okay, once this is done, so now we done with first reports folder got completed. So once it is done, so if now you can go to your capture full page method. Okay, so where we return this capture full page method, which is for capturing the screenshots, right? Which is written for capturing the screenshots. So here you can see we created one screenshots folder here. Okay, externally we created one screenshots folder here. Okay, you can see here we have already created one screenshots folder, but now I am going to create a new folder inside this reports folder, right? Inside this reports folder I am going to create one more new folder called as screenshots. Okay, new folder called as screenshots, right? So for that I am not going to use this system.get property. I will directly use my folder name called as dot reports. Okay, dot reports. So once it is done, so I am going to delete this extra double quote. Okay, so here this part is completed. Screenshot. Okay, so now this one is capture full page. Okay, so now let me go to this one here, capture full page. Okay, capture full page, right? Okay, reports and extension of .png. Okay, screenshot .png name here I am providing. Reports, screenshots and system dot current time milliseconds. It will capture the current time of that capturing screenshot. Okay, so once it is done, so I done with this first step. Okay, dot reports. Inside this dot reports we can have screenshots folder name. Okay, inside this reports folder I am going to create one more new folder called as screenshots. Okay, screenshots, right? So inside this reports we are going to store our extent report. and the captured screenshots we are going to store inside this screenshots folder. Okay, so now it is done. So after this, okay, after this we are going to use some concatenation method, right? We are going to use some concatenation method. Okay, so here we are going to use some concatenation method. So how we can use? So here you can see this is our capturing the full page of screenshot. Okay, so now I am going to concatenate. Okay, now I am going to concatenate this with this one. Okay, with the help of dot operator. Okay, where is this folder got located? This folder got located. Okay, where is this folder got located? This folder is got located inside my local project folder, right? So for that I am going to use here dot operator to concatenate. Okay, to concatenate I am going to use here dot operator. Okay, that is concatenate. Sorry, that the string is called as concatenate. Okay, the string is called as concatenate. We already declared here. One second. Yeah, this one. So just copy this one and paste it here. Okay, just copy that concatenate where it is storing the string called as concatenate. Okay, after that you can add this one. Okay, so what I did here, first I created, see, you can see here, first I created one reports folder, so where it is going to store all my extend report.html file. So inside the same dot reports folder I am going to I created one more folder name called as screenshots folder. For all these reports and screenshots I am going to concatenate with dot operator. Okay, I am going to concatenate with dot operator. First time it will capture the screenshot with the help of this path. Okay, after capturing the screenshot, so we are going to concatenate with this dot operator, because this whole information is present inside our current project folder, that is Selenium tutorials, right? So that is Selenium tutorials. Okay, this complete information, okay, these two folders are present inside this Selenium tutorials project folder, right? So that's why I'm going to take one string with the help of dot operator. So then I'm going to use that concatenate string and concatenating with our capture full page. Okay, so now let me execute and we will see the reports by sending it to other team member. Okay, so now let me execute this one and we will see the output. Okay, it got launched. Okay, it got completed without having any failures, right? So now let me go to our screenshots class. Okay, yeah, so now what happened, it is not generating or what? Okay, reports, here we can see there is one failure. Okay, there is one failure, right? We will get one failure here inside the reports. Where is my report? Is not generating. Okay, so let me have a look into this generation of report. Okay, so now dot reports, correct only, right? Dot reports extend report dot html. Okay, or else what I will do, I will I have one more method to generate some unique ID. Okay, I don't have anything. So now extend spark reports, system.get property, everything is correct. After that reports you are generating. Once that is done, extend report dot html file. Okay, extend report dot html file. So now we will see the results of running. So okay, it is fine. So where we are storing Selenium tutorials, right? So now go back to reports. Okay, it got generated here. Test output reports extend report dot html file. No, I don't want in this way. Okay, extend reports. Okay, system dot get property. This line is correct, right? That is dot reports. Okay, I forget to add this line here. Okay, so now let me execute it one more time and we will see whether we are able to get the reports or not inside this reports folder. Okay, so you will get reports inside your reports folder only. Okay, so now it got completed with a one failure. Okay, so now go back to your reports folder and you can refresh. Okay, here you can see you got this extend report.html file here. Okay, so I forgot to upload one more forward slash inside this extend report class, so where we are generating the report. Okay, so this is how we can generate. Okay, now let me open this extend report. Okay, so here you will get the same report only along with the assigned category of screenshots, and you can see the execution time also, when it started and on which date and which time. Okay, so now I am going to send this reports folder. Okay, and we will see. Let me copy. Okay, so now I am going to send this reports. Okay, first I will paste inside my here. Okay, here I am going to paste. Okay, reports folder. So after this I am going to convert this to zip folder. Okay, send it to WinZip file. Where is this zipping? Send it to compressed zip folder. Okay, it is done. So now I am going to send this zip folder via email. Okay, so now let me send. Okay, so now relative. Okay, relative execution report. Okay, so now I am going to paste it here, reports.zip. so now let me send it now and we will see whether are we able to see or not. Go to inbox and open this one and download, open, show in folder. Okay, here only I am going to extract. Okay, extract all, downloads, extract. Okay, okay, so now we already sent. You can see, not now. See, now you can able to see the screenshot. If you can see here, before this concept we are not able to see when we send from email. I will show you that one as well. Let me go back to our older approach. Okay, this is our execution report and let me download it. I'm going to show you on the both approaches. Okay, so now let me open this one. Here you can see, first we send this to one of our teammates. So once they received, they try to open but they are not able to see the report. Okay, so after the help of relative path concept, okay, now the other guy is able to open your screenshot. Okay, now the other person able to open your screenshot, even he can do some zoom on that one. Okay, even he can able to perform some zoom operation as well. Okay, but without relative path, with the help of absolute path, he is not able to open the screenshot, right? So he is getting some file not found or file removed or file editor or file deleted. Okay, so this is how we can overcome this problem with the help of relative path. Okay, again I am telling, the main intention of this video is, suppose after the completion of all our suit level execution, so we are going to send our execution results to one of our team manager or our client. Okay, so once if you send that reports to your manager or client, so they are trying to open the failed screenshots from that particular execution report. So during this time, so they are not able to see the failed screenshots because they are getting this issue. Okay, they are getting this kind of issue. Okay, that is file not removed or file deleted or file not present. Okay, so for to overcome that problem, so we are going to use the concept called as relative path concept. So here what we did, first we are going to generate some extent report. So once if you generate that extent report, I am going to store inside my reports folder. Okay, I am going to store my reports folder. Once if you store the reports folder, that .html file, that is extent report.html file, on the same .reports folder I am going to create one more folder called as screenshots folder. Okay, inside that screenshots folder I am going to storing all my failed test methods screenshots, right? So for that, first go back to your extent reports class. Here you can see I am going to create one folder called as reports folder, and I am storing this extent html .html file inside this reports folder. Once it is done, so I am going to capture my screenshots, right? To capture the screenshots, we created one method called as capture full page. So here also I am going to provide the parent folder called as reports and the child folder name called as screenshot. These screenshots will store all the failed screenshots, and this screenshot folder present inside this reports folder. Okay, so once it is done, I am going to use that method here. Okay, so why I am using concatenate here means, so after generating the report and after storing all the screenshots inside that screenshots folder, so it will take this as an unit, right? So after capturing the screenshot and after generating the reports, where those two got present inside my project folder, so that's why I took some string variable here with the help of dot operator. Okay, so now I'm going to concatenate this dot with the full path here. Okay, what we are getting path here, so this complete path I'm going to mention with the help of dot operator, right? So this is how we can send our failed screenshots along with the execution report to our manager or lead or client or any one of our team members, so that they don't get any this kind of information. Okay, they don't get any this kind of errors. Okay, they can able to see your execution reports along with your failures as well. Okay, that's all it for now. I hope this tutorial will help you if you are facing the same problem with your extent reports and with your captured screenshots. Okay, if you like this video, please drop a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel Selenium Tech Automation for upcoming videos as well. Your share will help this video to recommend for more people from YouTube point of view. Okay, that's all it for now. We will connect with our next video. Until then, take care everyone. Signing off, Selenium Tech Automation. Thank you so much. Bye guys.